Hi, good evening. My name is Carlos Peña, and today we're going to be talking about anchor activities as well as differentiated learning for my Texas A&M course, Cross Curriculum with Ms. Trejo. I went ahead and have done research as well as readings and of course attended my classes, and I am going to attempt my best to be able to explain my understanding of anchor activities. Anchor activities allow students to work on ongoing assignments that connect with the course's content. The best time to be able to use these kind of activities is when the student finishes an assignment early, is waiting for further instructions, or if the teacher needs to have small groups. Let me go ahead and show you a quick tour of my activities that I have planned for today, and then we will go ahead and move on with further details. Each section here is going to be titled, as you can see here, this one is section 1, creating a solar system journal. Then the activity is going to move on to section 2, which is calculating your own weight in different planets. We're going to move on then to section 3. It's all about the solar system. Moving on, we have section 4, using mnemonics. I believe that's pronounced correctly. And then our last section here is going to be section 5, which is naming the planets in the solar system. Before setting up for any anchor activities, I will model how to do each of these activities to the students and set expectations. When the students have completed an assignment, they will go ahead and turn in their assignment into a basket that I will have available for them inside the classroom. I will also create binders or folders for each of the students with the instructions of each section in the anchor activities. This is for section 1, or the first activity in the anchor activities, which is creating a solar system journal. Today you have an opportunity to create your very own solar system journal. Take your journal with you as you explore every section on your board. So what they're going to do in this section is that, first of all, they will have access to different construction paper and as well as copy paper, and they are going to be able to create their own little learning journal, or in this case their own solar system journal. And what this is going to do is that they're going to go ahead and staple it together and have a wonderful journal created. After they have accomplished doing that, what the instructions are going to read is that they're going to go ahead and use the iPad to be able to explore outer space and the solar system. I love this wonderful app on the iPad because it is three-dimensional and it allows the student to be able to explore the solar system. What they can do is they could touch the planet, or in this case the star, and they're able to rotate around the solar system. As you can tell there, I see Mercury. If I keep rotating around, I see Jupiter. Keep rotating around, I see wonderful stars. I see planets from afar. There's our wonderful home, Earth. So the students are able to just go crazy and just kind of rotate and have fun with it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful idea. I love this app. At the bottom of this app, you can see little dots, and each dot will label the planets so the student knows where they are. In this case, we are in the sun. What they're going to do is, as they are in this wonderful journey here in the solar system, they're going to take their solar system journal and they're going to go ahead and sketch out the planet and draw it as much as they can, as best as they can. Once they have drawn the planet, or the star in this case, they're going to go ahead and of course label it. They'll be also provided with crayons, pencil colors, and markers. Once they have finished, they will go ahead and move on to section 2. But before we do that, let me take a quick tour and see how this works and show you how this works. Excuse me. We're going to go ahead and click on this little dot here, and we're going to move from the Sun to Mercury. From Mercury to Venus. From Venus to Earth. Wonderful app. Once they finish, they're going to go ahead and move on, of course, to their section 2 area, which is this one right here. And in this one, they're going to be meeting math teaks. Before they get started, I have this wonderful paragraph explaining the weight difference from Earth and other planets. So it goes a little bit and gives you the definition of of gravity and mass. Once the students have finished reading this passage, they will go ahead and move on and read the instructions, or look into their binder and folder to see the instructions in there. What they're going to do for this assignment is that they're going to, of course, need a scale and a calculator and a pencil or something to write with, and this guided study worksheet. What they're going to learn is that they need to go ahead and weigh themselves, which is an awesome opportunity to be able to learn how to use a measuring tool in math. They're going to go ahead and weigh themselves, and once they have weighed themselves, now they're able to calculate how much they're going to weigh in different planets by simply taking the amount they weigh and multiplying times the gravity of each planet. Once the students have finished this part of the assignment, then what they're going to be able to do is now graph it and record their data. After the students have finished this assignment, they will look back into their journal and they will flip through the pages and be able to write down how much they weigh in each planet. Once they're finished with this section, they could go ahead and move on to the others. Moving on, this is going to be, it's all about the solar system area. This is going to meet language art teaks. In this area, students are going to be able to review contractions, what they are, which is inside this little folder here. Once they have done that, they will complete the first half as a review. And this will, of course, be in their instructions. Once they have done that, they are able to explore the different vocabulary words that are going to be part of the book from this area. We have the sun, and it has interesting facts. We have here the solar system, and if you flip it, it gives you an interesting fact about the solar system. We have the orbits, and again, if we flip it over, it gives you an interesting fact about orbit. We have asteroids, and we have asteroid belt. At the bottom, we have the different planets, and every time we flip an index card, it has a fun fact about the planets. So the students are able to explore the planets, learn a little bit more in depth about the planets, and review what they've learned. And once they have done that, they will go ahead and start off with the book titled The Planets in Our Solar System. While they're reading their book, they need to be aware of what they're reading, because they need to make sure that they find the contractions that are inside the book, and also give me the page number where they were able to find them. I also have a collection of different books that focus on different planets in case the student will also like to continue reading more on the planets. For example, we have Saturn and Uranus, we have Mercury and Venus, the Sun and other stars, and other many interesting books. One thing I forgot to mention about this section is that once it is completed, the students will then need to refer back to their journals, to their solar system journals, and they will have to write one sentence for each planet on something interesting that they found about the planet. In this area, we have the title here, using mnemonics, and it gives you a brief definition of what it is. Mnemonics is a way or method that helps you remember the order of something by using sentences, rhymes, or songs. Now, what we're going to be able to do in this one, of course, is it does come with instructions, as well as it's going to be in the student's binder. They're going to be referring to the laptop. So they're going to, of course, first step is to move the mouse to be able to wake up the laptop. Once the laptop is up and running, then the students are able to again explore the solar system and learn a little bit more, for example, planets. Newsflash. On Thursday, 24th of August 2006, it was decided Pluto is too small to be a planet. The decision is very controversial. Watch this space. Pluto may return. Once they have done that, then what they're going to do is that they could click on each of the planets here, and they give them facts about the planets. Once they have finished doing that, they could click on next and move on to the next page. Now here they start talking about mnemonic, an easy way to remember the order of the planets. And they give you a very nice example. The students will continue reading. This is a phase where the first letter of the words are the same as a sequence you are trying to remember, such as. So what this is saying is that they're going to take the first letter of each planet, and they're going to go ahead and add a word to the letter and create a sentence. For example, we have M for Mercury, V for Venus, E for Earth, M for Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, N for Neptune, and P for Pluto. In this example, they made up this wonderful sentence which says, "My very easy method just speeds up naming planets." That will help you remember the order of the planets. Once they have studied this and understood it, then what they could do is click on next. Now, by using the example that they provided to us, the mnemonic, my very easy method just speeds up naming planets. Then what's going to happen is that students are going to do their best to be able to put them in order. So let's go ahead and do it very quickly to go ahead and show you how it works. My very, looking for V, Venus, easy, looking for E, Earth, method, looking for M, Mars. Once they have done the website, they could go back to the board, and as you could tell, we have two dry erase markers. The board has transparency on it, so the students are able to write on it. And what they're going to do is they're going to try to create their own mnemonic. We have M, V, E, M, J, S, U, N, P, which are the first letters of the planets. They could go ahead and take the marker and simply try to create a sentence or a word for each word. So, my very excited Just a brief example. Once they're done, they could go ahead and erase it. And move on. Now, if they have a partner, or if they decide to work with a partner in this section, then the partner and them could go ahead and take either one person could take a black marker, the other person could take a red marker, and then try to challenge each other to see who could get the most words for each letter. The person with the most words or creative will win the game. Once students have finished and completed this section, what they have to do now is refer back to their solar system journal. And next to each of their planets, they would go ahead and write the word that they have created for each abbreviation or each letter of the planet. So if they have completed this, if they had written down, "My very excited mother just served us nacho pizza," then they need to show that on each page of their planet. Once students have finished all of the 4 stations, they will come to their final station, which is station 5. This model here will be out and about throughout the whole time they are taking their journey. At one point, the labels will have the names of the planets, but once they have reached this point, the labels will be blank and they will be numbered. They will, of course, take out their worksheet here from their folder, and they will locate planet 1, planet 2, planet 3, and once they locate it, they need to name them. Once they have done that and they demonstrate that they have a full concept of the order of the solar system, another anchor activity that could be added to this is they could be given instructions on how to create their own 3D version of the solar system, and by giving them different types of materials and allow them to use their own creativity. This has been a presentation of anchor activities. I hope you have enjoyed the video.